Coming up on Wednesday's Daily Clone, Matt Campbell takes a deep dive into Arkansas State, plus the evolution of the Pop Pass. And then we've got big Monday basketball news, all of that after a word from Fareway.
We know that carrying your groceries out to your car seems a bit old school, but saying hello and asking about your day feels like a thing of the past. Being best at fresh, it's not just a fad. Serving high-quality meat at affordable prices, talk about a throwback. But at Fareway, that's kind of our thing, because some things never go out of style. Friendly at Fareway, it's more than just a name.
Welcome into the Daily Clone here on a Wednesday, presented by Fareway Meat and Grocery. If you're not going to Jonesboro on Saturday, go and get yourself some Fareway steaks, some pork chops to grill up at home, have some people over, and watch the Cyclones play Arkansas State. And it is weird that Iowa State is playing Arkansas State. It's the third time in the Matt Campbell era that the Cyclones will play a group of 5 team on the road. But they're not alone this year. There are 4 other Big 12 teams that are playing road games against group of 5 opponents this season. Of course, it's not ideal for fans, and it makes this game tougher than it would be at home. Matt Campbell shares his opinion on playing the game.
Yeah, it's probably really hard for me to answer that. It's probably a better Jamie question than mine. I don't really have any say in scheduling. The only time I've ever been asked anything on scheduling was Ireland. So, those we play the schedule that's given to us, and that's, you get 12 guaranteed opportunities, and no matter where you go or who you play, that's kind of what's in front of you. And I think that the fun thing about being a college coach is what's that challenge look like, seeing it before the season starts, and then trying to put the best plan together to be able to be as successful as you can be with the challenge at hand.
Trap game aside, the Cyclones are in a pretty tricky spot. Iowa State is playing their 4th game in 4 weeks, and there was a foreign trip mixed in there. That stretch closes with a game in 98-degree weather down in Arkansas.
In my mind, this is really we're in the second quarter of our football season, as we looked at our calendar, and, what would that look like, both physically and mentally, and what would the challenges be with last week? What would the challenges be with this week? And not even just from a opponent situation, more so internally, and I think you can do all the research you want, but the reality of fatigue and both mental and physical, I think, has paralyzed everybody in Ireland. And the reality of it is, I think even what we've been able to do so far probably would be a little bit a notch ahead of maybe what some of those other teams have been able to do. And I think that's the challenge this week. Can we not, great teams, and I said this Saturday, great teams get better. And the thing that can cause you not to get better is either you think you've arrived, and that's ego and entitlement, or there's physical fatigue that you're not tough enough, or the character to work through that. And all those things will be tested with our football program right now.
As far as Arkansas State goes, this is a team that made a bowl game at 6-6 last season after losing 52-7 in Ames. They returned their QB Jalen Rayner and some good athletes on the edge, but they are coming off of a 56-14 loss to Arkansas. Here's Campbell on the challenge of playing the Red Wolves.
The nice thing is we have so many players that we played in these games and failed. And to be honest with you, the reality of it is the respect first and foremost for Arkansas State. I mean, this will be the best quarterback, in my opinion, that from a mobility, throw ability, playmaking ability standpoint that we're going to play. He's got all the tools, and we saw that last year against him here, and we've seen what he was able to do post our game a year ago. And then you got Butch Jones, who's been phenomenal culture builder, team builder, Cincinnati, Tennessee, what he did last year with that Arkansas State team. And man, they've got great skill. And so on both sides of the ball, the video helps you, our experiences of our past failures help you, and then the reality of it is, man, it's game 4, and there's a lot on that videotape from Saturday that we didn't do well, that we need to do better if we want to be the team we want to be. So I think collectively, we've got a lot of videotape evidence to help ourselves grow forward.
Last year against Arkansas State, Iowa State broke out a pop pass on a fake QB sneak from Rocco Beck to Ben Bramer. The pop pass has become a staple of Iowa State football, and it's helped them ice 2 games this year against K-State and Iowa. It's a play that Matt Campbell and Taylor Mauser love.
The backstory would be I had to play high school football in the wing tee, right? And I had to play tight end, and I was always praying that we would pass the ball someday. And someday I was wishing that I would get more than 10 catches in a season, you know? And one of the go-to pass plays in the wing tee is the tight end pop pass. So we've got them. We've got a million of them, from the dumps to the pop passes, and I probably nobody's thrown more of those in college football over the last 10 years than us. So just been a foundation of who we are offensively, and you go back to your roots a little bit, wing tee, pop passes.
I'm definitely hoping to see that success rate continue in the clutch. Mark your calendars, because ESPN's Big Monday is making a return to Hilton Coliseum for the first time since 2017. Iowa State hosts Houston on February 16th for the 5th meeting in 3 seasons with the Cougars. Then on March 2nd, Iowa State travels to Tucson for a rematch of the game that shall not be named. We are getting closer and closer to a full schedule release. Expect that in the coming weeks. That does it for Wednesday's show here on the Daily Clone. Go to our Cyclone Fanatic YouTube page. We have so much great content for you throughout the week. Interviews with Matt Campbell, John Haycock, all the players from Tuesday, all of the Daily Clones, Williams and Bloom. We'll have a new episode of The Beat Reporters on Thursday. It's just the best spot to consume Cyclone content. And thank you for consuming the Daily Clone with me right here in the Northwest Bank Studios.